Hi everybody, this is Scott here in the eLearn department at the TCC Connect campus, and today I'm going to show you how to use an audio recording freeware program called Audacity. In a previous video we show how to install that. If you're curious, you can search for the link and it'll show you how to do that. For this demonstration I'm going to show you just how simple it is to record something in it and use these recordings to put inside your Blackboard course. So what you have right here is our main viewing area. Once you open the program, it has a pause button, a play button, a button to stop. It has go to the beginning of the audio clip or the end, and then a record button. You see over here you have the microphone sensitivity volume where it's negative meaning less or positive meaning more, and then you have your actual playback volume, and then you can see right here we have a microphone selector. For me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose the Logitech headset that I'm wearing, and you can pretty much leave all the other things as they are, depending on what you would like. I can also switch this far as playback to speakers or whatever you have here. You can see I have a few things right here that I can choose. So I'm going to leave it as it is defaulted, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and record something just so you guys can see how easy it is to use this. All I'm going to do is go up to the red button, which is recording, and you see here when I mouse over it actually does it, and I'm going to click on it, and as I'm speaking you can see in real time that it's creating by the volume here as well as the wave file. It's actually recording my voice. So let's say that you are recording a small lecture for your class. Now the thing that you do want to remember as far as best practices, you want to keep the podcast short if you can. So I wouldn't go over 5 minutes if you can help it, or if you're going to do longer ones, maybe do them in small segments so they have part one, etc. So after I'm finished recording, I can just go ahead and click stop. And now with the cursor, I can actually go back and listen. Just put it anywhere. I can either go to the very beginning, or I can put it anywhere inside this recording and hit play. So I'm going to push play just to listen to it by the volume here, as well as the wave file. It's actually recording my voice. So by the volume here, there we go. So I'm able to, after I've recorded, I'm able to come back and I can even highlight specific things. Let's say I didn't want that part in there, and I can come up here and you can see they have some things here where you can copy and paste, and you can do some different things. And there is a help file in here that can give you more specific instructions with advanced features. It's a pretty basic program, but for this demonstration I'll show you. I can just click cut, and now that little, if I had a blurb where I coughed or sneezed or said a really long time, I could get rid of that and then have a more polished finished product. So now that I've created it, let's go ahead and save it. So I'm going to go up here to File, and I'm going to use Export. And I can either just do a regular, let's say I'm not done. If I'm not done, I can just save the project as, and then it'll ask me to name it, it'll save it to the desktop, and then I can come back later and open it and continue working on it. But for this demonstration, let's say I'm finished and I want to export it as an MP3. MP3 is a compressed audio file many of you may be familiar with. The standard is a WAV file, which is used on CDs, but for this demonstration I'm going to recommend that you go with an MP3 output because the file sizes are smaller and it is very compatible with most devices. So I'm going to choose MP3. It's going to ask me where I want to save it. So for this demonstration, I'm going to save it to my desktop, if I can find it. Let's see here. There it is, desktop. And I'm going to need to title this. So I will call it Scott Test. And it's pointed to the desktop. I've made sure to name it. And then it has here the quality of the recording. Now here's the part with this. The higher the quality, the bigger the file. So you can get away with what I would call medium or even standard. For this, we'll just go ahead and use the standard setting. And that's really the only thing that you need to worry about far as if you're going to tweak anything. And who knows, you may listen to it and want to come back later and re-record something and put it up in, to the higher levels. But standard will work at 170 to 210 kilobytes per second. So anyway, that's all set. It'll be defaulted. You don't even really have to worry about it. After you've put in your name, make sure you've got it aiming towards where you can find it again, then go ahead and click save. And this is an additional part. A lot of times you may, for more, if you're going to be doing a series, it's not a bad idea to put your name and then put in the title of it. If it's going to be a series, you may like volume 1 on photosynthesis or whatever it is the particular subject you're talking about is, and that way it'll be easier for you to catalog and easier for your students to figure out what they're listening to. So you can put this in or not and then click OK. And so now it has saved this item, and I can come back later and I can listen to it. So, and you can also save before closing. And again, make sure you save your project. And this is just the overall project in case you want to add to it or change it in the future. So now I've saved that as well. So now you can see I'm looking at an actual course. So if I wanted to, I could actually put this this file in this course, and I could do it one of two ways, where I could have it on a Dropbox or inside of a cloud storage where I can link it in here, or I can upload it directly into the class. So for this demonstration, I will go ahead and let's go into Unit 1 here. And I'll go into Curriculum Resources where all of my materials are stored. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Tools. Now I'm going to do Build Content, and I'm going to choose an item. So let's do that. I'm going to choose an item, and we'll call it Podcast, just for giggles. Helps the casing there. And so what I can do now is I can give the students some instruction. And once you're finished, you can go ahead and make any corrections you need to, which you can see I need to. There we go. So now I've put in a little message, and here's the part where I can grab that folder and I can drop this in here. And so now I've put my MP3 in there, and I'll go ahead and click Submit. And then once I've done this, it will, being Blackboard, it's going to create it at the bottom of the page. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, and now students can go ahead on it. And as I'm speaking, you can see in real time, they can go ahead and click, and now you have a way of delivering these materials to your students. It was just that simple, as you saw, where they literally clicked on it, and boom, there it is. You can see in real time that it's creating. I hope that this video has been helpful to you. If you have any further questions, please feel free to reach out to us at the end of this video via the information provided. Thank you so much.